Welcome to video lecture series on digital image processing. I am Kanaka Durga from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as an associate professor in PCE department. I am going to discuss the introduction part on digital image processing. Objectives of the talk: to understand the definition of a digital image processing, to know the importance of digital image processing, to understand image formation model, to understand image sampling and quantization, to know the representation of digital image, to understand the definition of pixel. Generally, 10,000 words of information can be conveyed in one picture. So, one picture is more worth than 10,000 of words. Nothing but whatever the information we have to convey, it can be conveyed in one image. Observe in the slide, there are two scenarios how the human being can interpret the objects, and second scenario is how the computer is going to interpret the objects. Whatever the image is observed by the eye will process, and the information will be passed to the brain. The brain is going to interpret what are the objects. Like in the photograph, the eye has observed bridge, water, trees, etc. This is with respect to the human being scenario. How the computer going to interpret? To capture the image or a video, we require a camera. So the camera going to capture the image. That image information will be passed to the knowledge-based computer, which is having some data set and predefined algorithms are going to be there. Depending upon the algorithms, the computer is going to predict or it will interpret the objects. It is a garden and a bridge, trees are present. So in this scenario, we have to remember the sensing device of human being, eye is equivalent to camera, and the interpreting device of the human brain is equivalent to knowledge-based computer, and the interpretations will be done by the computer based on the algorithms. In the algorithms, we are following step-by-step sequence, that is processing we are doing over here. So the definition of a digital image processing of an image which is in a digital nature by a digital computer will be called as a digital image processing. Importance of digital image processing, why we have to go for digital image processing? It depends upon three scenarios. Improvement of pictorial information for the human perception, autonomous machine applications, processing of image data for storage, for transmission and reception purpose. The first thing, improvement of pictorial information for human perception or interpretations. By observing the photograph, we have to get more information from that photograph. So observe, in the first photograph of ribs, we cannot able to identify the location of the ribs. We are going to apply some algorithms or steps on that photograph such a way that it improves the quality and the clarity of the image. So in the second photograph, we can able to identify the location of the ribs. If any breakage has been there, we can able to identify by observing that photograph. Nothing but we have improved the quality of the image. And in the second photograph, the chip, in that chip photograph, the noise has been added. In order to improve the quality of the image, we have to remove the noise. By applying the filters, we can able to remove the noise so that the quality of the image is improved. So, human being can get more information by observing that photograph. And in third photograph, observe, we cannot able to identify the boundaries of the river or the forming land. By applying some techniques on that photograph, we can able to find the boundaries of the image and the boundaries of the farmlands, so that the quality of the image has been increased. The total unit in the industry. At that time, digital image processing plays an important role. So observe in the first photograph, the machine captures the photograph and find that all the components are properly placed or not. And observe in the second photograph, the machine captures the image and finds the tablet sheet is according to the design pattern or not, and the tablets are according to the design pattern or not, and any breakage is there in the tablet or not. And observe in the third photograph, the machine will identify the water bottles are fully filled or not fully filled. If it is not fully filled, it has to be removed from the further processing unit. Third one is processing of image for storage, transmission and at reception purpose for better communications, nothing but. Normally the analog signal going to take out more space for storaging purpose and it is easily hit by the noise. In order to overcome these two problems, the signals or the images will be represented in a digital format. Once the signal or the images are represented in a digital format, it occupies less space and it is immune to the noise when compared with the analog signals. And for the communication purpose also, digital signals having more advantages when compared to the analog type of signals. So in the digital image processing, the images are going to be processed the digital type of information over here, so that we can reduce the memory for occupation of the information, and for better communication at the transmission and at reception purpose. So next one is image formation model. In this image formation model, we have to see how the image is going to be formed with respect to the illumination of property, and how we can able to represent the image by using a mathematical equation. Normally from the sunlight is a source, nothing but it is a illumination device. So whatever it going to pass the rays, that rays are going to be fallen on the object. The object will absorb some of the frequencies and it rejects some of the frequencies. Depending upon the rejection of the frequencies, the eye is going to capture those frequencies and analyzes what are the colors of the objects, and it finds the shapes of the objects. If the illumination is less, the object's colors will look in different way. If the illumination is more, the object color will look in different manner. And it also depends what are the frequencies it is going to be observed and what are the frequencies it is goes for reflection purpose. So the image mathematical model can be written as f of x comma y is equivalent to I of x comma y convolved with r of x comma y, where xy specifies the coordinating points or position of the point. Since image is a two-dimensional figure, we are going to take here two coordinating system x and y. F of x comma y represents the image is equivalent to I of x comma y is nothing but a illumination at that point. So how much the light ray is falling on the object at that point of the position of x comma y, where r of x comma y is the reflection and transmittivity of the point. So how much the light ray has been fallen on the object, how much it is able to reflect of the frequencies, depending upon that image is going to having the values. Suppose, take it as an example how we are going to be observe the colors. Normally the sun rays having the color of white. In the color of white we will have all the frequencies. So sun is a illumination body. So it going to send the light rays throughout the world. So when the light ray is falling on the object, like on the red colored textured object, it absorbs all the frequency colors except red color. It reflects the red color frequency. That reflected red color frequency falls on our eye. The eye can able to recognize the color of the object. So if more intensity of the light is falling on the object, we are going to get more the reflectivity of the frequency, and if the less light intensity of the light is going to be fallen on the object, we are going to be observe less intensity of the thing. So the image formation model is directly proportional to the both of the thing, like illumination at that point and the reflectivity of that point. So the image can be represented by the mathematical equation of I of x comma y convolved or multiplied with r of x comma y, where the coordinating values can ranges from 0 to infinite, since the coordinating of the image can have the values from 0 to infinite, the position of the values or the object values. So observe in this, we are taking an example. This is a scenery element in this. The light is going to be fallen on the object from the energy of illumination energy. I am assuming it has a sun right now. The light rays from the sun are going to be fallen on the object. Once it is fallen on this object, the object will absorb some of the frequencies and it reflects some of the frequencies. The reflected frequency is going to be fallen on imaging systems. Like for the human being, it is the eye, and for computer vision, it goes for camera. So once the imaging system, how it does the analysis, we have to consider over here. So depends upon the image formation model, the f of x comma y. This is the f of x comma y of the image. How it will be analyzed by the computer. And this is an analog image. This analog image has to be converted to a digital image. So for that purpose, we have to go for sampling and quantization process. So anyhow, remember, the digital image or the image is going to be represented, the analog format of image can be represented with the mathematical equation of f of x comma y is equivalent to I of x comma y convolved or multiplied with r of x comma y. So since in order to represent the digital image, we require two coordinating system, the representation purpose. So for that, it is a two-dimensional image with the finite set of values from 0 to infinite, and once again the x coordinating have the values from 0 to infinite and the y coordinating can have the values from 0 to infinite. So what is a digital image? The digital image is a representation of two-dimensional image, has a finite set of digital values called picture elements or pixels. We have to see what are the picture elements or pixels. We will go for the next session for like the sampling and quantization process. So how the image goes for sampling and quantization process. What it does that it will convert an analog image to a digital image. How the process will be done? This is an object present. Observe the object. The object, I am considering the line AB on this object. How it will convert from analog format to digital format, it will be applicable for throughout the image. So at the point of A, the light white color is there and the object is represented for black color. So black color will have less intensity values when compared with the white color. So the intensity values has been more for white color but the background. So A is represented and the image of object black color, it has been low intensity values. We have sketched that. So this is the representation of an image with respect to XY coordinating system in an analog format. So already we discussed in the analog format we require more space and it requires more space and it is easily heated by the noise. In order to overcome these two problems, we are going to convert an analog signals or images into digital. So how it will be digitized? So digitized is nothing but we have to digitized with respect to x coordinating and with respect to y coordinating. So in order to convert analog signal to digital format, we have to follow two processes. One is a sampling and quantization process. What is meant by sampling? Collecting of signals at discrete instance of time will be called as a sampling. With respect to time, we are not collecting the values of x at each and every second. We are going to consider the values only at discrete instances only. Observing this. So I am going to take it out at, we are not considering at simple example at 1.1 second and 1.2 seconds and 1.3 seconds. First I will take the sample at 1 second and directly I will take the sample at t equals to 2 seconds. And directly I will take the sample at t equals to 3 seconds. I am not considering at 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, what are the values, the amplitude values has been there. We are going to consider only on the x coordinating of the system values at sample values like t equals to 1, t equals to 2 and t equals to 3. So this is the sampling of the values. So we got the sample values are this. Okay. Next, and we have to go for the process of the y-axis also. The y-axis sampling we are going to call it as a quantization process. So x-axis sampling we are going to call it as a sampling process, and the y of the values, coordinating values, we are going to call it as a quantization process. So we are going to consider the y coordinating system at different voltage levels or at different values like at 2, at 3, at 4, at 5, at 6. We are not going to consider the other values. So the sampling process, digitizing the coordinating values with respect to x-axis will be called as sampling, and digitizing the coordinating values with respect to y will be called as a quantization process. We are going to consider only at discrete instance values only. We are not considering all the values of the object at each and every point. So this is the sampling and quantization process, how the image we are going to consider. So this is the analog image. The discretization with respect to the spatial coordinating system will be called as sampling, and discretization with intensity values will be called as a quantization process. So observe, in this image the object is in black and the background is in white color. So first one, we have to do the sampling process. Nothing but we have to discretization has to be done with respect to the time axis, nothing but x coordinating system. So we are not considering at each and every second of the time, we are considering at, we are collecting the values at discrete instance of time. So for that purpose, I have taken a grid over here. So discretization with respect to x at t equals to 1, I am collecting the sample at t equals to 2 and t equals to 3 and t equals to 4. So for that representation purpose, we are taking a vertical lines over here, t equals to 1, t equals to 2, t equals to 3, t equals to 4, and it's so on, continuous. So in order to discretization with respect to the intensity values, we are considering that intensity 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are drawing with respect to the horizontal lines. So by drawing the vertical lines and the horizontal lines, the image has been, a grid has been there on the image. So observe, in this grid, some of the cells are fully filled and some of the cells are halfly filled, some of the cells are less than halfly filled. Depending upon that, we are considering the cell's values. If the cell is fully filled, whatever the fully filled value of there, we are going to consider it. And it is less than half filled, nothing but less than half filled of the value with respect to the object, the background value we are going to consider it. And it is equals to 50% of the value, we are going to consider the object value only. So observe in this scenario, the first cell is background, totally background, we are considering total background value, white. Next, observe in this cell, it is greater than 50% of the value has been, the cell has been full, nothing but greater than 50% of value. So the object, whatever the value is there, we are considering that value of the object. And here in this also, it is greater than 50% of the value, we are considering the same object value. So since all the cells has been fully filled with respect to the object, we are considering all the cells with respect to the object values. And observe in this cell, it is less than 50% of the value of the object is there. So we are considering the background of the value over here. The background of the value is white, we are considering directly the white color. So once we sketch with respect to the grid format of the object, we will get this scenario. This type of the images we are going to call it as a digitized images or digital images. So this is the resultant of the image with respect to the sampling and quantization process. How this image can be represented in a mathematical format. So for that purpose, we have to consider the positions of the coordinating system with respect to the x and y. So I am considering with respect to here, x is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Here also the position with respect to y is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how we represent this position over here has been 0, 0. This cell is represented with 0, 0. And the next in this cell, so since it is mentioned, it represents the 0th row and the 0th column. So in this, it is the 0th row and the first column. So if this cell is represented as 0, 1. And this cell has been represented 0th row and second column. So it represents as 0, 2. So like this the way. And this in this scenario, here it goes for 4th row and the column is 0, so it can represent it as 4, 0. So likewise we can represent the image grid formation model with respect to f of x, y as a mathematical representation in terms of a matrix. So the f of x, y, if I represented in the mathematical format, since there are the rows here, assume it has we have m rows and n columns, so it can be represented by m by n of the matrix. So in this f of x, y, the digitized image can be represented as f of 0, 0. What is the position? X value is 0 and y value is 0. Whatever the value is there in the grid, that value I am going to consider. In this, we have the value of the background of white color, so we can assume it as a 1. So the value of f of 0, 0 is 1. That value we are going to call it as a pixel value or pi. So the image is represented in a matrix format, and the value with respect to the positions of the coordinating system like f of 0, 0 and f of 0, 1 and f of 1, 1. These all values we are going to call it as a pixels or pal. So the conclusions are, the digital image is represented in a matrix format. Each matrix value of the image is known as a pixel. And these are the references. Thank you.